Hi everyone! Today we're going to be reading the story Wanted the Perfect Pet by Fiona Roberton. Chapter 1. The Boy. Once upon a time there lived a little boy called Henry. What Henry wanted more than anything else in the whole wide world, more than chips, more than a cowboy costume, more than an all-expenses paid trip to the moon, more even than world peace itself, was a dog. "But Henry," said his mother, "you already have 27 different varieties of frogs. Surely that's enough." "All they do is hop and gribbit." "I want a pet with personality. I want a dog. With floppy ears and a waggy tail and a soft wet nose and a warm furry tongue. A dog that can catch balls that I throw, that learns fantastic new tricks and that I can chase around trees. Because it's common knowledge," said Harry, "that a dog is the perfect pet for a boy." So he decided to advertise. Wanted a perfect pet, also known as a dog. Must have a waggy tail, floppy ears, a soft wet nose and a warm furry tongue. Should be able to learn fantastic new tricks, preferably house trained. Apply in person to Mr. Henry, the Pond House, 24 Tadpole Lane, Little Griblington. And then he waited. Chapter 2. The Duck. Once upon a time there lived a duck. He didn't have a name. He lived all alone, far, far away at the top of a cold, windy hill. Nobody ever wrote, nobody ever called, nobody ever emailed. He went to the movies and played ping pong and watched the sun rise and the sun float about somewhere in the middle, and the sun set all day by himself every single day. And it wasn't much fun. But then, one day, he opened up his paper and he saw Wanted the Perfect Pet. "I'm not a dog," he thought, "but if I was a dog, I could have a friend at last. A friend to have tea with, go to the movies with, and play ping pong with. A friend to watch the sun rise, the sun float about somewhere in the middle, and watch the sun set with." So with a pair of old socks and an egg box and some string, he created the perfect disguise. Then he packed all his things and set off on the long journey to meet the boy. Chapter 3. The Discovery. Ding dong! "A dog!" yelled Henry. "Woof!" said the duck. Henry had never been so excited. The duck had never been happier. However, Henry's dog wasn't very good at catching balls. He wasn't very good at learning new tricks. He waddled, and when he chased Henry round the trees, he waddled, and he slipped, and he tripped, and his soft wet nose fell off, and his floppy ears and his tail. Henry was stunned. The duck slowly stood up, a single tear rolled down his beak and plopped onto the ground in front of him. "I'm sorry I'm not a dog," admitted the duck. "I'm just a duck. I don't have floppy ears or a waggy tail or a soft wet nose or even a warm furry tongue," he said sadly. "Oh," Henry said disappointedly. "No, you don't." Henry thought for a moment. Then he picked up the duck and he carried him home. He gave the duck a nice hot bath and a cup of tea. He took down his enormous book of incredibly interesting things. He looked under D He made a list. Which he showed to the duck. Duck skills. 1. Can dive underwater, can hold breath and swim and float on water. Fun in the bath, at the beach and useful for hunting and hunting for sunken treasure. Fishing and fetching things I dropped in swimming pools. Number 2. They can fly. Could put on a nautical show to earn extra pocket money. Also good skills for getting kites and frisbees and other items out of trees and next door's garden, and for drawing maps and spying on people. This particular duck was very good at disguises, so he was very clever. He was good at nest building. He had nest building skills, excellent for building forts and camps and tree houses and so on. Spare feathers he can be used to build an Indian headdress to tickle his little sister with. This duck can talk and is rare, but not unheard of. Also, won't shed fur, get dog breath, need walking or house training, won't eat my homework, chew shoes, furniture and won't pee on the carpet. So, you might not be a dog, said Henry happily. But you're certainly not just a duck. In fact, you might be the perfect pet for me. I think I'll call you Spot, smiled Henry. Quack, said Spot. I hope you enjoyed Wanted, the perfect pet.